I'm here to let y'all know. Gone are the days where I let any karmic or any drama associated with the karmic mess with my money, with my bag, with my peace, with my joy. I'm going to avoid, like the plague, any karmic drama. I see it coming, I go that way. If you coming with drama or conflict that I know about, I'm gonna make sure that I'm not accessible. If I have to be in the same vicinity with you, and I know you got that karmic energy, whether it's in your thoughts, your actions, your words, or intention, then, I'll come and I'll talk directly to you so that I can cut through the distortion and the illusions. But I ain't going to be close to you, and I ain't going to tell you my business, and I'm not going to, I'm not going to deal with you, I'm not going to entertain you. And if it's somebody that's in our personal lives, y'all, I encourage you, to really try to, reduce, as to the extent possible, reduce karmic people in your life, y'all. Even if it's a partner, kids are, having karmic kids, that's another thing. But partners, friends, it does make a difference. And by karmic, low frequency, negative mindset, always gossiping, always complaining, always talking, maybe always doing substances and drugs, and maybe they violent, or maybe they're abusive, or whatever makes them karmic, whatever is the karmic conflict, get them away from you and your family so you can manifest, so that you can flow, so that you can work on being in alignment with God. Because that's where the abundance is. That's where the heaven on earth is. It's in you. And the powers that were want you to focus on everything negative, everything outside of you, so that you don't focus on your job, which is to be the best version of you. Today's word is avoid karmic conflict like it's a plague. All praise to the Most High God. Love to the mother. For real, y'all. When you see the karmics coming, beat it. When you see the karmics coming, tap dance, tap dance. You can't touch me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm for real, y'all. You don't even understand how many karmics coming at me. And this message isn't intended for any particular person, event, situation. This is for entertainment purposes only. Had to say that. Because people be watching my videos, be thinking I'm talking about them. If you feel that way and you feel guilty, then you probably are. But anyway, I digress. We have got to focus on what matters. We have to focus on clearing out all these distortions, illusions, drama in our lives. Because what does it do for us? Personally, it doesn't make me feel fulfilled. What it does is it traps us in false timelines. It traps us in empty timelines. It traps us in karmic loops where we have the same conversations, we feel the same pain, could be a different person or maybe not. And rather than us focusing on the experience of growing and dealing with contrast to be better and to make better decisions and find joy in our learning, we have been trapped in loops of distortion where our suffering and our pain is endless. The point of karma shouldn't be to punish. The point of karma is to teach a lesson so that we can then level up, because this is all a game. Y'all like a game? It is. And you're the main character. You get to choose. You get to choose the type of life you want to have. You get to choose the type of life you want to lead. You get to choose if you're going to allow people to come near you in your environment that's going to hinder your ability to be well enough to create, to be successful, to be thriving. You can choose that. You can choose if you want to keep living your grandmother's life and your mother's life, or your father's or your grandfather's life. Don't you want to live your own life? But in order to do that, you have to separate yourself from people, places, and things that are not on your level, energetically and spiritually. These vessels, these temples that God gave us, our avatar, our main objective is to sink our spirits into these divine vessels to our best ability. That means eating healthy, eating clean, taking care of our bodies, moving, flowing, breathing, meditating, reflecting, having time to think, not being stuck in constant delays, right? In terms of what we would like to achieve in our lives, then that's the karmic loops. But then at the same time, not being in a constant rush where we're scatterbrained and always rushing and never really focused enough to build, to dream, to grow. We get to choose the quality of our lives, y'all. But you can't do that when you got somebody every day in whatever environment that you're in, that you choose to keep next to you, that's throwing you off the mark, that's making you upset, that's making you not like yourself, that's making you wonder, why can't you have what that person over there has? Don't be mad at that person. Drop what you're doing so you can open up a new opportunity for what you want, if it's applicable to you. You feel me? This is so important, y'all. Like, we should be trying to focus on how do we sync our bodies and get to know our souls, our essence, our ancestors, and the celestial, the beings that are not informed, but very, very, very potent and very real. A whole new world that is interesting is waiting for us. We just have to choose that that's what we want. Aren't y'all bored of the karmic conflict, of the false timelines, of the distortion and the illusions? It's boring. Like, I feel like this timeline, although I've jumped, like I just did a quantum jump, y'all. Oh my gosh. But still, like, the narrative, like, it's boring. And like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of suffering and a lot of pain, and that's a whole nother thing that I've been dealing with. But like, when I say it's boring, like always being in conflict with each other, always wondering about who's dating who, or what's happening over there, or she said this about me, or, you know, like, that's the regular, or if he or she likes me, or like that. Like, we have so much more to be talking about than that. Like, how do we develop our abilities? Telekinesis, telepathy. Like, how do we grow sustainable food? How do we, you know what I'm saying? How do we clear our bloodline from the pain and trauma and curses they've had to carry from their mothers and their fathers, so that our kids, our daughters, and our sons actually have a chance to live a karmic free life? Like, what about all these new planets, like all these new entities? Like, the things I'm learning about these realms and dimensions, y'all, I'm going to share it with y'all. But it is amazing how much is out here that is waiting for us to say, we decide to be free. We decide, we choose to know more. We choose to be a part of the higher consciousness of the universe, because they will not come here. They will not intervene until we do so. But we're not going to be able to do it when we got karmic conflict always in our face. All right? I love y'all. Banadi Shakai.